Hi guys, so earlier this week I was on Facebook and we discussed how sometimes our routines and our systems are helpful, and we discussed how sometimes they need to change and not to be resistant to that. And I gave the example of my dad who was living in our little cottage out in the back of our house. And so during that time, I touched on something that he dealt with that I was able to help him with, and I wanted to expand upon that and really talk about opening your eyes to what nutrition can do and what alternative treatments can do. And now I will never, ever, ever, ever tell you not to do something that your doctor has said, unless I have very concrete evidence that that's not good. Usually that's in the world of nutrition. If your doctor tells you to eat or drink something and I know it's not good for you, then I will do that because that is my expertise. So my dad was diagnosed about a year ago with blood cancer. I think it's a hemoglobin cancer, and was going to the oncologist every couple weeks. And I just wanted to tell you about something that happened. And he was pretty hard egg to crack because he didn't want to change how he's eating. He didn't want to change a lot. That's part of his thing. He likes his routine and his systems. But he was feeling really weak, and he would go in every 2 weeks, get the injections, and of course there's chemotherapy involved, and his system was weakening. So we did a few things. And first of all, and this is what I tell my clients all the time, when you make changes that are healthy for you, it's not like you have to go around and force everyone else to make those changes. We don't want to when we find Christ, right? We can't go beat people over the head with the Bible. That's not going to help them find Christ. So we just need to live the example. Same thing. Obviously, our salvation is way more important, but our nutrition and our health is the next thing there, along with our family relationships. So I was just living my life, and we were using, we'll talk first about alternative treatments. My husband and I and my kids, when they needed to, when they had injuries, were using the Bemer, Bemer. I'll probably put a link below this post in the comments for you if you want to check that out. It's expensive. But we had been using a neighbor's Bemer, going over all the time. She was so sweet. And by the way, if you are my neighbor, you're welcome to come use my Bemer anytime. If you're comfortable with that, just let me know. And then we rented a Bemer from her. It's like $500 for the month. Okay, so what is it? The link that I'm going to put below is going to describe it way better than I can with all the technical stuff, but just in layman's terms, it's a PEMF device, and it's actually, if you really do your research, it's the best one out there. You can get things that are cheaper. This is the best one out there because of the way that the signal is sent. But what it does is it opens up your microvascular system, and that means it's opening up your capillaries, which is the bulk of your circulation. And yet there's nothing that modern medicine can do. There's no pill, there's nothing that will open up your microvascular system. And that is what the Bemer does. It's just a mat that you lay on. Do it twice a day, 8 minutes a day. You can do it once a day, 20 minutes a day, whatever works for you. There's different settings for different needs. And so my dad finally said, okay, let me try this out, because I told him, I'm like, Dad, at the time, like, you live with us. I'm not trying to sell you a Bemer. There's no, why else would I encourage you to use this? It's here for you. You can use it anytime you want. You live here. And so finally started using it, and from the moment he started using it, he was hooked. He slept so much better. That's the first thing he noticed, is that he slept so much better. So he started using it at a really low moment for him. And during that time period is when he was going every 2 weeks for the injections. And he couldn't make it for one of those injections because he wasn't feeling well enough. So we put him on the Bemer, started sleeping better. He just felt better. And so he did it twice a day, and real low setting for him. And finally he made it for his next set of injections. So think about this. He had gone 4 weeks. And at that point, the only thing he had changed was the Bemer. He went and did not need an injection at all. So he had missed his last 2 injections. So you would think he would need more. Didn't miss it at all. So this really created an open door for him to listen to me more. I'm like, Dad, I'm a nutritionist. Like, I can help you with this. This is what I do. This is what I do with my clients. So he really didn't care about living longer or any of that, but he wanted his quality of life. And so then is when I started him on breakfast shakes. And the breakfast shake it's a Garden of Life raw organic meal. It's a plant protein shake. Garden of Life has a ton of different shakes. So it's raw organic meal. You can do chocolate or vanilla. Don't do any other flavors because the other ones have too much sugar. And I would put in it a cup of almond milk, handful of spinach, a couple teaspoons of chia seeds. That gets you your omega-3. And then some frozen berries. And then just a little bit of turmeric. If you're on blood thinners, though, don't do the turmeric. I ended up having to take that out for him for that reason. A little bit of ground ginger, a little bit of ground cinnamon, a banana, a little bit of honey, and mix it up. And so he started doing that. He quit having his Ensure. I had touched on this earlier in the week, but wanted to go in more detail for you. So gave up the Ensure, which is awful. Do not take Ensure. It's really bad for you. And doctors prescribe it or suggest it because there are some great nutrients in it, but unfortunately with the dairy and the other chemicals in it, it's not good for you. So I'm happy to help you with that if that's the situation that you're in. And then we got him off the Gatorade. And now he is in a situation where the oncologist has him come in every 6 weeks just to check his blood and see. And sometimes he needs one injection. He never needs 2. And most of the time he doesn't need any injections. And the nurses there just joke with him and they're like, what did you do? Your blood levels are better than mine, is what they say to him. And he gives them my card. He's like, I did what my daughter told me. And so I'm not here to brag on myself or anything like that. I'm here to help you open up your mind to the fact that there's some alternative methods out there. I obviously believe in the Bemer with all my heart and soul, and I have physical proof that it's helped me, it's helped my family. And open up your mind that maybe nutrition as well is the key. And you might think you're eating healthy, and most Americans who are eating healthy are still missing a few things. And if you're having some health issues and you want to get off some of the medications with your doctor's advice, that's what I was able to do with my mom, is by making some changes in her consumption and then going and getting blood work. Her doctor saw the proof and got her off of about half of her medication. So that's all. Just wanted to open up your mind to that. If you're not already there, I will also post in the comments a link if you want to set up a call with me, and we'll kind of see if you're fit for any of my programs. I've been doing this for a while, and so I have quite a few with all levels of customization. Some that you're talking to me every week, some that you're just doing your own thing, and different price points as well. So check that out and set up a call with me as well, and check out the Bemer if you'd like to, and comment or message me with any questions. All right, loves, happy Friday. Have a great weekend.